Hello, welcome to the Well. I'm Maria from Bloom and with Angela from Grounded Dreamers. We're going to do our monthly soul guidance readings. So we're in the month of November 2024. We're doing monthly soul guidance readings now, and then we'll be doing a fall. Well, actually, no, a winter soul guidance challenge will be our next challenge. But today is our monthly reading. And just want to invite everybody to pause and take a moment to just check in with your own system. Take a breath in. Get grounded, get centered. Just take a moment to find something in your life, in your body, in your system that you're grateful for. So we open up into our reading this month as we move along our journey.
Yes.
Truly is a journey.
And this month we have a lot of big shifts and changes, right? Coming with the election. We have
the election tomorrow.
However that shifts, we're in a shift. We have the holidays coming where we get to sit with family, whether or not we're aligned with them or not, right? There's a lot of big energies that come at this time of year anyway. Even though we're winding the year down and trying to slow down, winter's coming, it's still, there's a lot to navigate. And the opening card we got is your path. Have courage to follow your own path in the face of what might arise and what might try to stop you or try to block you. And this spread, the way this came out, is such a journey. And, you know, we know from as long as we've been doing this and doing these readings that nothing is a straight line. We don't go A to Z in one step. We can't. So we're being reminded like that. It doesn't. It never does. So we have today, we have now, and then what are my choices now? So your path is the theme of this reading and staying on it. The next card I get right after that, of course, is a little burp in the road, a little, chink in the armor or whatever they call that. It is postponement. I know what I want. I see it. I can almost touch it, but it's not with me, right? This figure's looking through the window where her world is black and white and drab, and that colorful world out there is where she wants to be, and it's just not it. And remember, this is a mental card. This is a mind construct that, oh, what I want isn't right here in my hands, so I'm a failure, or so I need to give up, or what is taking so long? Why me? Why doesn't, this is what we want to avoid, right? We want to just understand that postponement and derailment and interruptions is called life.
Yeah, it's part of the journey.
This is what happens.
It is. It is what happens.
And our work
is have to be patient and wait the journey that needs
wait it out.
Yeah, wait it out.
And stay aligned in our own knowing.
Yeah.
And we forget that because we want to grab external help and causes and reasons for things that aren't going well, but it's all really starting from within us. I got the rebel to go right after the postponement card, and this is making sure that you are fully aligned in your own being. Anything that like this, the chains that are broken around his ankles, trying to stop him from moving, of his own accord, and he just breaks those chains. It's like free yourself of the excess energy that you don't own as you start moving along your path, even if it is being postponed, even if things aren't coming out the way you want. Stay in your own power.
Yeah,
right.
Sometimes that postponement is so essential for the development and the growth that we need to go through for the long-term success of whatever it is that we're implementing. It's like a pregnancy takes a certain amount of time because the fetus is developing inside the womb, right? It needs to go through that developmental series of phases and
both within us and externally. Like sometimes maybe elements aren't in place that will allow us to achieve our goal. But if we wait and if we stay aligned, those elements show up. And then, like you said, the timing of our own energy, let it gestate, let it develop, let it come through in a way that's natural for us.
Yeah.
Important. So the rebel came up. We're in our power. And then, of course, we hit another bump in the road. I got tsunami.
Ooh, yes.
Wake up call, shake ups and wake ups. And this is also life. This is part of life, right?
Yes, it is.
So, in the face of that, are we going to, crumble up and be defeated or try to swim through it? Right? Neither of those are really going to help us, right? But we can
That wave.
just ride it out, let be in your own energy, even when that stuff comes up. This could be somebody coming along and telling you, oh, I agreed with you in your path before, but now I don't. Someone that you trust, that you really thought was on that journey with you, and then they're like, no, you're going, it's wrong. Well, if it's right for you, it's not wrong. So this could be a disillusionment, is what I'm trying to get at, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of someone else. So that is all, like we said, part of life. It's all part of how we are going to, first of all, learn to trust ourselves more deeply,
Mm-hmm.
and then navigate in our own timing and in our own way.
Well,
And
also,
after,
I was going to say too, also, when we're aligning with our own path, right, and we're in integrity with that alignment, stuff that isn't in integrity is also going to fall away.
yeah,
We're going to have to face it. We're going to have to handle it. And that's what a tsunami it can feel like a tsunami as well, right?
let's
As
take
we're
it.
adjusting and aligning and adjusting with our true path, stuff that's not in alignment with that is going to show up and we're going to have to handle it. And
Mhm.
that can be like that tsunami too.
Yeah, it could feel that way for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it can feel that
yeah.
way. It's an interpretation of the
The
experience, but
shake up. Yeah, yeah. And then our response to that, though, is refuge. This is the enchanted fern grotto in my little sacred forest deck. I love it. But this is our call to pull within, to take refuge in our own being, connect ourselves with our higher self, connect with the divine, know, start to know more than worry and wonder and hope. Start to know. And that comes from that deepest core of who we are. And it's also just take a break and take shelter for a minute from that tsunami. So pull in, um, prepare to reassess, tune into your own breath. I got breath. Make sure that you're, um, taking as much time as you need to recover from or to work out the details of that shakeup or that disillusionment that arose. Um, pull in, take a breath, and then I got stability, the earth spirit, and this is get grounded. We
yeah,
talk about that in almost every reading, right? Get
yeah,
your footing, get your energetic feet in, firmly planted so that you're moving through it in alignment, even though there's a tsunami around you and there's, stuff around you that isn't what you planned, you're still stable.
exactly.
Yeah, and they say that too, that the definition of peace is not the absence of chaos or the absence of war. It's being okay with it as it's
Mm-hmm.
happening and being able to stay steady and within yourself when everything's going on around you. That is the true definition of peace. It starts inside.
Mm.
And then after the earth stability card, I did get harmony. So now we've pulled in and we've realigned. Our intuition is probably coming back online now after that tsunami card, right? Shakes us up, but
Yeah.
we pull in, take a breath, get grounded, and now we're ready to prepare going forward and then following our heart. This card connects heart and intuition. And
Mm-hmm.
I love that pairing because that's our starting point again, right? To continue down our path.
Absolutely. Yeah. And to restore, right? To come back in, to be in refuge. It reminds me of the book by Tara Brach, True Refuge.
Mhm.
Yeah. So beautiful. Let's go into refuge within ourselves. Just take a moment, find your breath, and pause, go inside, and just see how this reading is landing in your system today. And as we think about the month to come, what does this mean for your journey? Mm. What is the intentionality that you want to bring into the month? Yeah, and just tune into your system. And maybe there's a tsunami occurring for you right now. What refuge do you need to take? What boundaries would be helpful for your self-care and your nourishment? Yeah, so some important things to consider. And then we'll go into the second part of the reading.
Yeah, and I want to also say it came to me when I was in that little pause there
Mm-hmm.
that the timing of all this, it is largely not in our control, right? We can assemble the parts and set the plot forward and know where we want to end up, but the timing is not our sole um, um, it's not in only in our power. It's
Right.
us and the divine, us and God, us and whatever you call the source energy working together. And
Mhm.
so the divine will send you signs. Oh, move in this direction, move quickly, and then hold on a minute. And that if we're listening and we're really co-creating,
Mm.
moving in accord with the divine, the steps we take and the crap that comes at us is gonna, it's part of life. And so we get to learn how to navigate. Um, yeah, so I wanted to say that timing isn't up to us all the time. Well, usually not. So here we are in harmony from that last
Right.
reading ending, that last spread. And then we start this one with promise.
Mm-hmm.
New moon. We've reset, right? We're ready for to create again. We're ready to move forward and to move closer to our transformation, to our goal, the outcome of that project, the alignment of that relationship, whatever this is that we are wanting to achieve. We're coming into phase two, a new phase of that journey. And then right away, we get confused by the thicket of thorns brings uncertainty,
Right.
right? And so now we're trapped again. It's like, uh-oh, I've reset my energy, and now there's all these new elements standing there. And some of them are going to harm me if I grab out at the thorns, right? I can't move this way. I can't move backwards. I'm stuck in it. The only answer there, of course, is to continue to pause, right?
Mm-hmm.
The answers will reveal themselves. The clearer your energy is, and the more aligned you are, and the more you're operating from within your own light, you will see the things. The next steps will come clear to you, and you will know.
Mm-hmm.
I got while you're in that thicket of thorns, I got the truth, and this is connecting to your higher self. This
Right.
is kind of stripping away, like Maria said, that tsunami can strip away all the little elements that don't really matter, and you're left with your light, and you're
Well, and
left.
you're also swimming in uncertainty, right? With the tsunami, you're just swimming in the uncertainty of the chaos of what it means, right?
Yeah, if you're fighting it, you are for sure, right? If you're trying to stay afloat, and but instead of just grounding and letting that pass, because
That's really
life's
all
going to
you
do
can do,
that.
anyways.
Yeah. So being in touch with your higher self and connecting to the divine from a place of uncertainty is what returns you to your light and returns you to the path it lights up your path along the way. Then I got possibilities. Now this is one of my favorite cards because this is
Mm-hmm.
rising above like the eagle to
Yeah.
see now from a clearer standpoint, now that we've aligned and we're pausing in this thorny spot and we're connecting to the divine and listening to our higher self. Now we get to see how to proceed
Mm-hmm.
and the different possible ways. And it could be a combination of ways. It could
Mm-hmm.
be a new element that came through that you weren't aware of
Mm-hmm.
that could help you move along. Like, say this is a relationship that's not in the place you want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe you get some new information about the other person and the motivation they have and why the behavior is there, why they do what they do. You can come to a better understanding if you um, wait to respond instead of react, right? So the possibilities card, that's an important one. Look and see assess it and see what your possible moves are.
Mm-hmm.
And then I love this, setting boundaries. This is really recognizing, you know, this is how much I've learned from my path, from the tsunami, from the postponement feeling, from the thorns that tried to stop us and block us from moving forward. I've learned that my boundaries are important, right? Whether they are, in the physical world, right? Just go in my house and shut the door and don't answer it for a couple of days or whatever, or energetically, for sure, energetically set your boundaries. And your, you know, the number of boundaries and the tolerance levels that you set change with your energy. We don't have to say, I am a person who only gives someone 2 chances and then they're done, right? That's it. Well, sometimes maybe circumstances come and you want to give that person a 3rd chance. So careful with how firmly you set your boundaries, because they will move as well with your energy as you start to evolve and grow and learn more about yourself. So tune into that. And then I got balance, which is remaining in a balanced state, the light and dark. Stay, aware of your shadow, aware of your darkness, because that's part of who you are. Sometimes that's a motivator to move closer to the light, but stay, keep it within your vicinity. Don't sink into the dark, but keep it as part of who you are and let it work in conjunction with your light to help you move closer to your goal. And then I got full moon eclipse. Conclusions are within reach. Here we go. We're nearing that, culmination point, right, where not only are we
like breathe and be patient
We're stronger for this. We've taken the steps that we have to realign and be in our own power. And now that we can see our goal is right there, it's just a matter of moments, in the higher sense to move toward it. And then we end with soul radiance, the phoenix rising. This is your full empowerment. And she came right over the harmony card. So it's almost like aligning our heart and intuition is step 1. And then continuing through to stay in touch with our truth brings us into that full light. Yeah. The full light of our soul.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much. And I encourage everyone to have a beautiful month with this reading. Listen to it, several times, because it deepens and there's different parts in it that you can hear, that you may not hear the first time. And like plant it in the heart, plant it in the soul of your heart and let it evolve over the month. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. So beautiful. Well, thank you so much.